So I'm Hanna Sadiki. I'm Managing Director at Bidvest Bank and CEO of Bidvest Financial Services.
Thank you very much. Hanna, it's only a pleasure. I've enjoyed watching you. You are very comfortable with the audience. I love that. So where do you get this confidence? I might steal something from you.
I think it would, can I say it as it is?
Yeah.
I was always the child that was jajara. So I've always wanted, at some point I thought I wanted to be an actor. At some point in my youth days, in Netherlands, I used to belong to the Lemba Youth Club. So I did all sorts of things, dance, company dancing, whatever. And I think it just helped. And having a teacher for a father who pushes people when they have a passion about anything, he pushed me a lot about using my voice, and I think that helped.
And you've done well for yourself. A fellow Sowetan, I love that. So my first question to you, Ma, would be, what inspired Sorbet-Preneurship to partner with Bidvest for this event, and how has the partnership contributed to the success of the competition?
Yeah, so what inspired us from a Bidvest Bank point of view was really around what we wanted to build, which is a safety net that comes with a franchise model. A franchise model comes with a business framework that allows an entrepreneur to be able to walk in and at least have a base and a foundation where they can apply themselves. So they can bring the entrepreneurship, but there's a base that you work from. So that was the first thing. The second one was that we had watched Sorbet for a long time as we were doing our research around different franchisors, and we felt that it was a young, vibrant brand to work with, and secondly, because they also align with our values around growing people, and we thought it would be an easier sell. And so that's the two main things that inspired us to approach Sorbet and work with Sorbet. And we found that they liked the idea, and they wanted to also, because they already have what they call, sowing to their people, is this gave them a big opportunity to sow to their own people who work for them.
And I love that too much. Were you involved in the judging process? Were you one of the judges?
Yes, I was one of the judges.
I love it. I would like to pose the question that I posed, the qualities that you were looking for on the entries.
So there were a couple of things we said we wanted to look for. One, we wanted to get understanding of business acumen. Do you have business acumen? And we weren't looking for people who are mature in business acumen. We're very realistic that you've not run your own business. Therefore, what we need to look for is a starting point. Second, what we looked for is the ability to at least understand what it takes to look at the financials. And we also, again, understood that they hadn't run their businesses, but they had seen the franchise partners actually run businesses, and they would have a sense. And in the homework that they had to do to be able to present at the pitch, they actually did do that. So that understanding would actually help them, that they're not starting from zero in understanding numbers. Thirdly, we wanted someone who has an affinity about their people. If you're going to be running a business, your staff are important. Your staff make your business. So do you have an affinity on understanding your staff can give you insights? Your staff are more important, by the way, than the client, because they're the one that attract the client. And fourthly is the ability to work with people beyond clients, stakeholders, and have that understanding your importance. I think lastly, I want to mention there's resilience. I speak about resilience because I think that businesses are difficult to run. And so you need that ability not to break apart very easily, but ability to go, I have a problem now. How do I go and fix it? It feels difficult, but I know I can do this. And so we looked for those things in the people that we were with. And Butmaba spoke about, we also looked for the heart. When you listen to the top four winners, they all speak about the humility, they all speak about working with the community around them, they all speak about family, and that's what we looked for, is the heart.
No, I love that a lot. Another thing that you were mentioning there, what I got the sense was the sense of mentorship. So as one of the prizes, you get to get a mentor in the industry that will assist you in terms of your business and all that. So why do you think the mentoring is important? And then for the people that are entering, even in the future, what does the mentorship entail? And what will they go home with after winning this mentorship?
Yeah. So there's a few things that we are giving to the Sorbet-Preneurs. One, we're stepping them up from a finance point of view to support them to be able to get into a franchise model, because in a franchise model you need the finances upfront. So we're supporting them from a Bidvest point of view with that. Two, from a Bidvest Bank point of view, we are supporting them in the experience our relationship bankers have on managing finances. So on a monthly basis, they'll have someone from the bank who will sit with them and understand how they're managing their banks, are they being cost effective, that type of thing. Third, what we also giving them is the Africa Pursuit mentorship and coaching. What will that entail? It will entail coaching them on running a business holistically. And so it means coaching them from how to make sales happen, how to attract clients, market yourself. They'll be coached on how to lead teams, how to manage your operations. They'll be coached on managing your own brand. They'll be coached on managing your own team and managing clients that are already your clients, how to read clients, how to look at how your feedback is coming from clients. So all aspects of a business, that's what Africa Pursuit Mentorship is going to do. The bank is putting investment in Africa Pursuit to make sure they are coached for the next 12 months. And they will be coached individually. Each one will have a coach from Africa Pursuit who pays attention to them. If they're stuck on any day and they don't know what to do, if it's not about the franchise model, they'll pick up the phone to their coach to get the support. What the Sorbet people will do or Sorbet company will do is they have a mentorship program around when you are a new franchisee around the model itself. So that's what people are walking away with, is funding to be able to put up for the franchisee, as well as an investment on them in the mentorship. Why do I think mentorship is important? I am where I am because of mentorship. I had people who've experienced and that experience is what I'm using to be able to do things. I look at successful businessmen, they all speak about they've always had mentors. And it's important. I think we take like the mentorship thing, but it actually is a support structure that will help you, especially when the tough gets going.
So when you were saying that you are from Soweto, it resonated so much with me and where you are right now. So I want you to speak to a young person in Soweto who thinks that they will never get to where you were. So I just want you to advise them, if they want to start a business, just tell them maybe your journey and what they can do to get maybe where you are or even better.
Caesar, I want to paint the picture that I don't usually like speaking about, but the question you're asking me is quite important. To talk to a young person who sits anywhere in any township around the country, is that if Hanna Sadiki comes from Middlelands, from a 4-roomed house, with many of us living in the 4-roomed house, can persevere from being a teller of a bank. That was my starting point, to being a CEO of a bank. It took 4 things. One, I worked hard, because working hard doesn't kill. And I came from a home and from mentors who kept instilling that working hard is important. Second is I've never stopped asking questions. Curiosity is important. You learn from asking and asking and asking. And as you ask, don't just ask, but ask to learn. Third is work at improving yourself. Stop worrying about the next person next to you. You can't compete with people next to you. You have to compete with yourself. How am I better from yesterday to tomorrow? And fourth, what you don't know, go and ask people. What I have found in South Africa that we don't leverage on, people are willing to help. But we don't always ask. There is a pride about, if I ask, people will know I don't know. I work with a team which is much smarter than me. And I have pride of employing people who are much smarter than me, because guess what? They lift me up.
Yes.
They lift me up. And so how do we get everybody thinking like that? How do you start a business and then you find someone who's run a business to say, mentor me, help me, monitor me, be strict with me when I'm not working hard. We think things will happen overnight. They don't happen overnight. You continuously have to work at them.
You're truly an inspiration. I nearly said when I grow up I want to be like you. So I'm just containing myself. So in case we want to get hold of you, and the company for that matter, where can we get hold of you on the socials?
I am on, it's bidvestbank.co.za, Bidvest Bank for Instagram, Bidvest Bank for Facebook, Bidvest Bank for, for Twitter. And if you're looking for me, it's just Hanna_Sadiki. I am on Instagram. I'm not on Twitter. I'm being scared of Twitter in our country. I am on Instagram and on LinkedIn.
I'm going to follow you. You have a fan in me. But thank you very much for your time. You are truly an inspiration.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Susan.
Thanks.